Now in my curriculum vitae, the ever iconic Jake MacKenzie. I got to remember that one. Thank you. Yes, I am the Vice Mayor of the City of Rohnert Park. Yes, you are in the City of Rohnert Park. Yes, you are at Sonoma Mountain Village, which is already one of the jewels in our crown, if I might be so bold as to use that particular metaphor. In any event, welcome. It's a grand day today. It's a bigger crowd than ever. The conference grows from strength to strength, and so it should here in Sonoma County. Sonoma County has been recognized over the last 12 months by the White House in the area of climate change actions through the work of the Regional Climate Protection Authority. And I'm a government kind of guy. I'm a government geek. I believe in process. I believe that, as was demonstrated at COP21 in Paris this year, that where the action starts is at the local level. And we in cities and counties, and indeed in the state of California, are showing the United States and other parts of the world what needs to be done to bring about change, to bring about sustainability. You're in a working lab of sustainability here at Sonoma Mountain Village. You're also next to the smart railroad tracks, and this fall we will start passenger rail service up and down the 101 corridor, going right by here. The Katati, or as I like to call it, the South Rohnert Park Station, is a brief mile away from here. When people are living here at Sonoma Mountain Village, they will be able to walk and bike to the Katati platform and catch the smart train northwards or southwards. That is going to happen. We will start service this fall. Believe it or not, in the city of Rohnert Park, we have just approved the Central Rohnert Park Priority Development Area Plan. And now you know I'm a true government kind of guy, because this is the Central Rohnert Park PDA. Acronyms to the right of them, acronyms to the left of them. But what does this mean? There's a reality to this, and that is there is going to be a downtown Rohnert Park. It is going to be right next to the Rohnert Park station where the smart train will be stopping, and we are going to make that happen. We're also in, thank you. Now, where's my man? I had 5 minutes to speak, and how much time do I have? 1 minute. Okay. Well, that's easy done. Even for me, short-winded as I am. So I'm trying to think of other great things that are going on around here. Sonoma County is a place where action is happening. It's happening at the county level. It's happening with the cities. Gary Wysocki's here, my colleague from the, stand up and wave, Wysocki, you're an elected official. Any other elected officials that I haven't spotted? Well, shame on you for not being here. Anyway, this is my welcome. This is my song. Have a grand conference. You've got a great conglomeration of speakers and sessions, and so finally, I'm off the stage. Welcome.
Thanks, Jake. Jake is always someone that brings a lot of energy, and he's certainly been doing that for years and years here in Rohnert Park and throughout Sonoma County. Now, as the North Bay's largest green business forum, the Sustainable Enterprise Conference is leading the way excuse me, in event greening with an innovative carbon offset program, and in which we choose to donate to an environmentally focused organization working with youth. We feel that community-based carbon offset balances our desire to mitigate the conference carbon impact and serve local needs. So each year we fund a local environmental action. Funding for the project comes from sponsors, donations, and attendees. And as I'm thinking about the opportunities for carbon offset, I'm thinking about the fire which happened in Lake County last year, and the opportunity to plant thousands of trees there to offset all the carbon that went into the environment during that great fire. Our partner for this event is Global Student Embassy, which was founded by two brothers, Lucas and Jasper Oshun in 2008. They were inspired to become environmental stewards, social innovators, and community leaders. So in collaboration with international peers, students generate and implement powerful community-based solutions to shared ecological concerns, which Lucas Oshun, who is here today, will tell you about. He is Global Student Embassy's executive director and co-founder. He was born and raised right here in Sonoma County in Sebastopol. Graduated from the University of California at Santa Cruz with majors in community studies and politics. His grandfather was a former U.S. ambassador to Thailand, Taiwan, and Laos, and stories of his career and efforts to build international community helped inspire Lucas to do the fine work that he's doing, traveling and making connections and building communities around the world. He's traveled extensively in Asia, Europe, the Middle East, Central and South America. No, let me say no more, but bring him up here and tell you his story. Please join me in welcoming Lucas.
Good morning, everybody. So I wanted to share with you a little bit about the story of our organizational development, because it's one that began with a youth leadership curriculum at Annalee High School in Sebastopol and was a little bit unlikely in how much our organization grew in participation of students and education institutional partners. So it began as a civic engagement curriculum without an environmental focus, has grown now into a program that works in 40 schools in Nicaragua, in Panama, in Ecuador, and in the United States. So when we offered to students the opportunity to develop projects in their communities and asked them which types of projects they're interested in focusing on and gave them the assignment of going into their communities and doing needs assessments, students overwhelmingly, in a lot of different contexts, came back to us with ideas and interest in focusing on environmental projects, citing the discrepancy between the scary scenario that they're learning about in their environmental science or biology or in social media or in popular culture about parts per million in the atmosphere, about the ice caps melting, about contamination in the oceans, about deforestation. So at unprecedented levels, students were gaining access to information about the environmental status quo. But what they found and what we found from their feedback was that this information wasn't being paired with much in the way of the what can we do about it side of things. And so our organization went about designing projects and designing curriculum to help students build skills in collaborative planning, in project implementation, and in some technical things like organic farming, composting, recycling, energy efficiency, and then looking at bigger topics like transportation, like international collaboration on climate issues. So today we work in high schools, in 18 high schools in the Bay Area, and in each school we partner with different teachers, ranging from culinary teachers to environmental science teachers, to vocational training teachers, and we focus on the development of school garden projects and collaboration with environmental restoration organizations in the community. So we have about 3,500 students in weekly participation in our programs across all these different institutions and hundreds of teacher and administration partners as well. Our high school students, as they moved on into their university careers, brought our program with them into universities. And so now we work at 18 universities as well on the East and West Coast. At these universities, delegations of students travel to partner with our community partners in Ecuador, Nicaragua, and Panama to implement projects. And so the carbon offset for this conference is going towards our reforestation program in Ecuador that grew from initiative to reforest an area surrounding the schools that we work at in the city of Bahia de Caracas, Ecuador, to a project that's now reforested over 60,000 trees on over 300 acres in one of the most degraded forest systems in all the Americas. So we're reforesting in the tropical dry forest. For those of you that don't know about that, it's an ecosystem characterized by at least 6 months of dryness. In our case, there's as much as 10 months of dryness, a lot due to the scope of deforestation, desertification that's taken place in that region. So we've been researching methodologies in collaboration with scientists from UC Berkeley, from Humboldt, from the Bren School at Santa Barbara, from the College of William and Mary, and from a number of other universities where our students from high school have moved on to then advocate for their professors' participation so that we can build our technical expertise and knowledge base about best practices in the reforestation of the tropical dry forest. So this year and into next year, our program will be evolving in the high schools to focus more on a vocational skills training emphasis. So we found that the focus on increasing the sense of responsibility, increasing leadership abilities, increasing environmental awareness is really powerful and has helped guide students into careers and academic pathways. But we wanted to take it one step further because we found that we look at the environmental challenges that we face as a society as a human resources or human capital issue. And that we think that intervening upstream is one of the best ways at introducing students some of the career pathways and ways that they can build skills so that they can be all of you in the future, but that there can be many more 1,000 times how many people there are here today. And so we want to encourage students to develop skills in things like waste diversion, the industrial production of compost, organic farming, which is topped out at around 1% in the United States of our farmland, despite ever-increasing demand in the economy for it. And so we want to encourage students to understand that it's not just if this is your value, it's not just if you're part of a subculture that finds environmentalism important or interesting, but that in fact it's something that's important to integrate into every type of business, into any type of enterprise. And so we're encouraging students to do that and to understand the connections between history, the connections for any type of company, to look at their supply chain, to look at everything from the type of energy they use to the type of buildings that are made, and that it's not just for those students who are hippies or maybe who that is already their cultural orientation, but that it'll help them to be more competitive in the job market. It'll help young people to be these advocates within companies and within communities to advance these causes. So also we're beginning a lot of research projects in collaboration with our university partners, and we're beginning collaborations with a lot of businesses in the communities we work in too. And so that's Sonoma, Marin, Contra Costa, and Santa Cruz counties. And so we'll be here throughout the day today. If you have a business here in Sonoma County or in any of those other places and are interested in learning how you can collaborate with students, how you can recruit student interns to come and work with you, we have a lot of amazing leaders, and we'd be excited and enthusiastic to partner with you and your company. So thanks everybody for the work that you do. Thank you to the conference for the support you're offering towards our reforestation work, and we're really happy to be here, and I hope everyone has a great day. Thank you.